Hello viewers, welcome back to another video of Simpalm. Today we will be talking about the step-by-step approach on how you can submit your iOS app to Apple's App Store and make it live for your audience to download and avail the services or products you are offering. Step 1. Enroll yourself in the Apple Developer Program. Before you start with the integral steps of submitting your iOS app to the App Store, it is important that you sign up to become a member of the Apple Developer Program. Remember, there is an annual fee that you must pay for being part of this program, which will also give you access to diverse development tools, resources, and beta releases. Finally, successful registration for the developer program will also give you the ability to submit your iOS app to Apple's App Store. The steps are pretty clear. First, you need to visit the Apple Developer Program website and click on the Enroll tab. Now, if you have an existing Apple ID, use it to sign in, or go ahead and create one. Once signed in, you will be asked to choose from the membership options as per your preference. Decide on whether you need an individual or organization membership, and proceed with the next steps as suggested. Finally, you will be prompted to pay the annual fee for becoming a registered Apple developer. Step 2. Prepare your iOS app. You must know that Apple has some strict guidelines specified for any iOS app being submitted to the App Store. So, you must seek the help of professionals to ensure your app adheres to Apple's App Store review guidelines. In the process of preparing your app for App Store submission, you need to address the potential bugs you find through rigorous testing and fix them. Following that, you must also comply with the content, design, and user experience guidelines specified by Apple. Step 3. Create an app ID. Well, every app that goes live on Apple's App Store must have a unique ID or identifier. You can create it by logging into your Apple Developer Portal. Navigate to the Certificates, Identifiers, and Profiles section to get started with the process. Now, click on the plus sign that you will find right next to the Identifiers option and click on the App ID option. You will then be prompted to select your app for which you want to create a unique ID. And once done, you can continue with the suggested steps to finish the process. While creating your app ID, make sure it is unique and follows all of Apple's guidelines. Step 4. Generate a distribution certificate and provisioning profile. As you will be distributing your iOS app outside of a specific development environment, you will need a distribution certificate alongside a provisioning profile to go ahead with it. These are essential parameters you must adhere to for submitting your iOS application to the App Store. Once again, log into your Apple Developer Portal and navigate to the Certificates, Identifiers, and Profiles tab. This time, you need to create a distribution certificate and provisioning profile, following which you will have to link them to your unique app ID. Follow the suggested steps on the Developer Portal, and you will be good to go. Step 5. Prepare App Store assets. Before you go ahead and make the iOS app submission, you need to be prepared with some App Store assets. For instance, you will need appealing and high-quality app icons to begin with. Following that, you will also need some screenshots and a concise app description that can visually and textually highlight the features or benefits that your app has to offer for the users. In the end, you can also create some promotional materials if that's applicable for your iOS app. Before moving on to the next step, let me guide you on how to prepare the App Store description and images. The last slide might have explained the importance of App Store assets, out of which a compelling description and appealing app screenshots hold great significance. These are probably the selling points for your iOS app, which will entice users to download it. So, for creating a good App Store description, you need to keep in mind a few things, such as giving a catchy hook right at the beginning, keeping the description short, listing out the app features in bullet points, adding some common FAQs. Moving on, you can't miss out on crafting appealing screenshots or images that will visually reflect your app's features or functionalities. For that, you must keep in mind to ensure the images are in PNG or JPEG format. Prefer adding 7 to 8 screenshots per iOS app. Highlight the key features. Create a story sequence with all the images. Use large fonts to make the images understandable without being enlarged. Now, moving on to step 6. Set up App Store Connect. Apple has its unique platform, App Store Connect, which you can use for managing all your apps that are live on the App Store. As you will be submitting a new app to the store, you must create a new listing using App Store Connect by entering all the required information. You will be asked to enter the name of your app, its description, category, and keywords, which are the basic details that Apple needs for listing it. Step 7. Submit your app using Xcode. In order to submit your iOS app to the App Store, you must first open your Xcode project and then set the build configuration to Release. Now, you have already created the distribution certificate and provisioning profile for your app, which you must then select as prompted on the screen. Once done, go to the Product tab on the menu bar of Xcode and click on Archive, which is an important step for submitting your app to the App Store. This process helps the app prepare itself for distribution. Now, go to the Organizer window and click on Distribute App, followed by choosing the App Store Connect option. Step 8. Complete the App Store, connect submission. Once you have submitted your app through Xcode, you will then have to return to App Store Connect and complete the remaining steps of the submission process. You will be asked to provide some additional details about your iOS app, such as the pricing, territories it will operate in, and any specific settings of it. After entering all the details, you will then be prompted to upload the app icons, screenshots, and other App Store assets as required. Finally, you can click on Submit for review. Step 9. Wait for the review update. When you are done submitting the app to Apple's App Store, by finishing all the steps, the next thing to do is wait for the review process to complete. Apple conducts a thorough review of the submission and checks the app for compliance with all its guidelines. If your iOS app passes the review, and Apple feels sure that it actually works as intended, you can then move ahead with the next step. You might have to be a bit patient here with this step, as Apple takes sufficient time to review every parameter of your app. You can continue monitoring the review status on App Store Connect. Step 10. Release your app. Finally, once your app passes the review and the status reflects the same on App Store Connect, you can then either schedule a release date for it or manually launch it to the App Store. As you celebrate the launch of your new app, do not forget to launch timely updates or upgrades with performance, security, and feature enhancements. These are all the steps you need to follow in order to submit your new iOS app successfully to Apple's App Store. We hope this video has definitely helped you ease the complexity of launching your app for iOS devices and catering to the large audience base of Apple. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such content.